Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
What is news? How does it work? What makes it tick? Why does it news the things it news? These are the questions that philosophers have been asking since the beginning of time. And on our show, we seek to answer them. To answer these questions, we're looking at them through the lens of America's most trusted news source, BLSTV. My name is Owen Haight. This is Talking BLSTV. Join us, won't you?
Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please. This old world confusing me. Clouds as lean as you've ever seen. Ain't a bird who knows you're true. Then a little voice inside you whispers, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a face of somebody who needs you. Everywhere you look, when you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, and everywhere you look,
Live from BLSTV Studios, it's Talking BLSTV. Here's your host, Owen Haight.
Welcome, everyone, to Talking BLSTV. I'm your host, Owen Haight. This is the show where we discuss and analyze the latest episodes of BLSTV for our viewing audience. You fine people out in the audience tonight, huh? How about you? Let's small round of applause. Well, what an episode of BLSTV we witnessed. And there's a lot to discuss. I'd like to introduce the panel who will be discussing it with me today. Ladies and gentlemen, the insatiable Christopher Dew. How are you doing tonight, Chris?
I'm doing fabulous.
Aren't we all? And of course, the indescribable Daniel Wilk. You got lots to talk about tonight, Daniel?
Oh, absolutely. I'm happy to be here. You know, this show reminds me of a quote.
And of course, we also have the insatiable David Anderson. David, how the hell are you?
Well, I'm just happy to be here. I'm fresh out of prison.
Congratulations on that pardon.
Oh, thank you.
Did you describe two of us as insatiable?
Yes, I did, Chris.
And I'm just
I couldn't think of many
We're just so
adjectives
hungry.
in.
Isn't indescribable in itself a description?
You know what, Chris? You can take that bad attitude and you can bring it to the prison David just got out of.
I guess
You
you're
don't
in
want to go there.
Well, guys, we came together for a specific purpose here tonight, and that was to discuss the latest episode of BLSTV. Now, there is so much to talk about.
So many unnameable, unmentionable, amazing events.
Indescribable.
It's so great, we almost don't know.
We all watched the
It's
episode.
amazing how we all watched the episode, and it was so incredible. We've forgotten everything that happened in it, except for Daniel.
We all
Daniel has a great memory. Daniel, why don't you tell us a little bit about your feelings going through the episode?
Well, so it started off, you know, they hit us with some news. You see, that's what they do.
Really, they do that now?
Yeah, give it up for news. Yeah, and then there were some twists twists and turns, and, you know, it just kind of, just BLSTV, you know? Yeah.
Indeed. Oh, and real quick, before we discuss some more, I want to give a shout out to our house band, Tony And The Boudreaus. Let's hear it for them. Okay, now let's stop applauding because frankly there's been too much of it. Chris Dew, now you have a very special relationship with BLSTV, isn't that right?
Yes. Very intimate.
Yes, indeed. That is a word I would use to describe it. Now, if you could tell us a little bit about how you felt personally going through the episode.
I felt a mix of emotions, anger, unbridled rage more specifically, sadness, just the feeling that I lost something, like a part of me, like very deep inside that I had forgotten about. But then there was just pure joy at seeing the wonderful Sam Roller and his beautiful tenor voice.
He returned. It was a triumphant return.
Triumphant return.
Wasn't it?
It was
Much like the
cliffhanger
Jesus himself, he returned from what seemed to be the dead.
The return from the cliffhanger from the previous episode.
Turns out, you know, he was on these fabulous journeys, and it was very, very uplifting. You know,
Sam Roller's spin-off win. Now, guys, David,
Yes.
you have been a long-time fan of BLSTV, ever since you were a baby boy.
Yes. Ever since I was a wee little lad in the flatlands of Africa, I've been watching Talking BLSTV.
Now, when you were growing up in Namibia, what? Shut up. What did you think of the episodes of BLSTV, and how do they compare to episodes of BLSTV coming out today?
Well, I would say that the episodes today offer me a much less of a sense of fear, because as I was watching them as a little boy, I was running away from a lot of wild animals that were trying to eat me and my family.
Are you sure you were in Africa?
I
I think you might have been living in like Wichita or something.
I'm pretty sure it was Africa, but I think it was Africa, Illinois.
Illinois.
You know, Africa, Illinois. I was running away from a lot of predators, and
A lot of people don't know this, but when Toto was writing the song about the rains in Africa, they were actually referring to the town.
But today, when I watch BLSTV, it gives me memories of my old homeland.
The old sod.
Yes,
Stomping ground.
as they say. So, but you know, when I look at the episodes today, I look back at what I've learned and how I've grown as a person. And, but I frankly haven't been able to watch a lot of the previous episodes because, as I said, I've been in prison. So we didn't really have BLSTV.
That has been a struggle, hasn't it? Now, I understand while in prison you went on a bit of a hunger strike.
Yes, I wouldn't eat the cinnamon flavored mashed potatoes that they have in prison. Wasn't a big fan of those.
I'm sure you weren't. Now, we're going to keep talking about BLSTV this evening, but we have a very special guest to discuss it with us. All the way from BLSTV Sports Center in Wichita, Kansas, it's Lexy. Now, thanks for coming on the show, Lexy.
Thanks for having me.
Now, we have a lot of questions we'd like to ask you this evening.
I'm ready.
Well, I hope you are. Now, I'm going to throw it over to you gentlemen real quick for the first question. You can draw first blood. What do you think?
I'd like to take this. I'd like to take. I'd like to take this question. I'd like to ask you.
Speak up, Daniel.
I'd like to ask you what it's like.
Why are you screaming? Calm down.
Sorry.
Mellow out. Tensions are high, I know, but
Embarrassing this for
So
our guest.
I'd like to ask you to answer Chris's question.
So Orenthal Jameson, the greatest football player of all time. Wouldn't you agree?
Yes, of course.
That's my only question.
Oh, nice.
That's my question for
So Lexi, and just simple question here. What's it like just at BLSTV? What's the vibe you get in the studio? How does it differ from what you're feeling right now?
Well, right now I'm kind of scared
Okay.
that, instrument, whatever, over there. I'm not used to having like a live audience or,
All the
Live
wonderful
music.
faces are out
Yeah,
there.
beautiful faces.
Give it up, Chicago!
Yeah. So
Um,
many people like
we might have to recruit him because I'm loving the music.
As
I'm
you
not
can
used
see,
to
it's
that.
production much
so,
higher. Higher
sorry.
budget than BLS.
Sorry, but that's our Tony.
Oh, okay, sorry. Is there another Tony?
There's nobody else like Tony out there.
I mean, there's like this clone of Tony that we don't know.
We don't talk about that one.
Dan's basement.
What's Jack Charles like? I know him in person, but what's he like?
Well, I've only met him on 2 occasions, but he seems nice. I mean, he hasn't bitten me yet. But, yeah.
That was my initial fear when I met Jack. I thought he was going to bite me and give me rabies.
Yeah, it's scary.
He's a scary guy. Now, if I may get in the mix here, if I could ask you a couple questions. My first is, now, we live in a very divisive time in America in which the credentials and the validity of journalism is being put into question. How does BLS TV strive to avoid such questions and still manage to provide the hard-hitting journalism it's known for?
Well, we have amazing writers such as Jonathan Pinchero.
Let's hear it!
My baby's wearing toothpaste. Okay. And of course, BLS on the Block with Sam and Ben. They're awesome. You know, every week it's something different and exciting. You never know what you're gonna get. And yeah, I don't know. Just we sit together and we make a script, and it's like whatever. Yeah.
Who would you say is your biggest journalistic influence?
I don't know.
Who do you guys think is Lexi's biggest journalistic influence?
I mean, I'd probably say Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
That's a safe bet.
Susan, you ruined the joke.
Shut up, Chris.
Stop breaking the fourth wall! Daniel! Who do you think?
Oh, I'd have to go with Jesus, of course. I mean, who better than Christ himself, right?
Okay, guys, stop answering Sam Roller. We've covered him extensively. Chris, who do you think?
I think Barbara Walters.
Really? Yeah. That's an interesting choice.
You just give me a Barbara Walters vibe.
Really?
Did you know I had the same birthday as Barbara Walters, I think?
Really?
Yeah.
I have the same birthday as Bill Gates.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, the more you know.
You're really just gonna steal my thunder like that?
Yeah.
Do you know who I am?
I'm the host, Chris.
Okay.
I'll tell you who you are, Chris. Not Bill Gates.
I have the same birthday as Charles Manson.
Anyway, continuing. Now, I have a lot of questions here. Now, if you could describe in 3 words your impact and position within BLS TV, what would you say they are?
3 words
3 words. Just 3.
that describe my role and experience.
Yeah.
Exciting.
That's 1.
Fun.
That's 2.
And spectacular.
That's 3. Alright. Now real quick, I'm going to throw it over to our dear panelist, Christopher Dew, for his segment, The News BLS TV Won't Tell You.
Ladies and gentlemen, boils and ghouls, welcome to our first episode of the News BLS TV Won't Tell You. My name's Chris Dew, and I'm here to tell you the news BLS TV won't tell you. Our first story for tonight is local hero, Greasy Steve, is selling VHS players behind the BLS parking lot. Unfortunately, you must pay at least $300 for one, but still, it's 15% off if you shake his hand and whisper into his ear very sensually, Sic Semper Tyrannis, and mention BLS TV and Talking BLS TV to get more free coupons for a potential new offer. In other news, the BLS JCL is informing us that they are definitely not hosting a human sacrifice to Jupiter in order to resurrect the glorious empire of Rome. The Classics Department would also like to remind us to ignore any chanting coming from the lower floor gym, as it is probably the wrestling team or some other reason. Yeah, probably. The BLS arsonist who terrorized the school several years ago is reportedly back. The police have mentioned that he has been targeting the same locations, most likely bathrooms, but for some reason, instead of setting things on fire, this time he's just getting everything wet. Under the Trump administration, there have been a reported 8 drone strikes in Libya against ISIS, but only 4 have been disclosed by the US government. Major Carl J. Weiss has reported that this is because they seek not to disturb any diplomatic ties or potential military operations in the region. But he did disclose that he will answer these questions when asked in the Pentagon's potential response to questions. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Prolific scientist Finkelstein McBarton has apparently broken the barrier between dimensions and has entered a new realm of existence that was previously undiscovered. This is an amazing development, ladies and gentlemen, but we will give more as the story develops. That's it for today, boys and girls. My name is Chris Dew. God is dead, and there's no one here to save us. Thank you. Good night.
And we're back! Welcome back, everyone. Now, we got Lexy. We're just having a simple gab session asking her questions. Now, Lexy, tell me, do you think Truman was justified in dropping the atomic bomb on Hiroshima?
I wasn't expecting that, but sure.
Neither were the Japanese.
But
Let's hear it for the Japanese, everyone.
Hi, welcome to Lyrics. Today's submission is from Greasy Steve. I threw a wish in the well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked to you as it fell, and now you're in my way. I trade my soul for a wish, pennies and dimes for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way.
Now, we're going to do a little segment. It's kind of a classic on the show here. It's called Our Last Words. Now, I want you to picture this. Close your eyes, everyone, and imagine. You're on your deathbed. Your loving family is all around you. They're mourning you, they're loving you, and they're saying their goodbyes. Now forget all that. You're a teenager in a studio filming a stupid TV show that no one will watch. Okay, now what would your last words to your family be? David, you want to start?
Oh yes, I'll go right ahead. I prepared a little something for this segment.
Oh, I'm sure you have.
An inspiration for my entire life, especially while I was in prison, has been the Cars movies. So
Well, they're an inspiration to all of us.
Of course, I watched
Planes
them
too.
time and time again. Every time that my food was delivered through the little slot in my solitary confinement cell, I watched the Cars movies. So I think my last words would be something along the lines as Lightning McQueen's first words in the Cars movie.
It's kind of poetic that they're also your last.
Yes, so as something so beautiful began, my life shall end. So,
I've always called you the Owen Wilson of Talking BLSTV.
that's what they call me.
Wow.
So I'm going to proceed and say my favorite part of the Cars movie. Okay, here we go. Focus. Speed. I am speed. 1 winner. 42 losers. I eat losers for breakfast. Breakfast. Wait. Maybe I should have had a little breakfast. A little brekkie could have been good for me. No. No. Stay focused. Speed. I'm faster than fast. Quicker than quick. I am lightning.
That
Ka-chow.
was beautiful. Ka-chow indeed.
Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing. Hot night, wind was blowing. Where do you think you're going, baby?
Now, I can't help but notice, Lexi, I have been bereft in my duties as a host. Could I offer you some fine orange sporting drink?
ooh,
It's a little something, a little concoction we made here at Talking BLSTV called Tony's Juice, with the help of our dear band member, Tony Boudreau, leader of Tony And The Boudreaus. If I may, here. Yeah, pass it down the old line there. There's a little something in there. There's a little bit of love.
Aw,
That's
that's
what I like to say. I'm gonna pass that down the line. There we go. Is no one gonna give Tony some of his juice? Chris, don't be a...
Come on, man.
I'm so sorry.
Come on, man.
Oh God, stop.
I'm gonna throw up. Tony, what did you eat?
And I'm gonna save this one because I'm thirsty. Woo!
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy. Here's my number, so call me maybe. It's hard to look right at you, baby, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
We are having a swell old time around here, and now it's time for everyone's favorite segment. Our dear panelist, the insatiable Daniel Wilk, hits the streets and he asks questions to the people about what they think about BLS TV in our Peabody Award-winning segment, Cock on the Block.
Can we ask you a favor?
Yeah.
Can we film you real quick?
Yeah.
For Talking BLSTV?
Yeah, sure thing. We're actually editing. Yeah, sure.
That's just one quick question. So put your hood up and try to conceal your identity a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, just one question, alright? Alright.
Wait, hold on, let me get behind.
So I'm here with this mysterious fellow here. I have one question for you. Where in the world is Jonathan Pinchero?
He dead.
You heard me? Hi, I'm here with two very special guests,
Jenny Katz.
Jan Ramadan.
and I'm here to ask you, what do you think of BLS TV?
It sucks! No.
It's great. Sumi is cute, so it's all good. She's super funny.
Alright, so, who do you prefer as the sportscaster? Lexy or Wei Tao?
I have to go with
Lexi.
Miss Garrett.
What?
Oh yeah, Lexi.
Okay. I'll tell Wei Tao.
Okay, sorry.
You might not feel
I haven't had a class
too
with her
happy
since
about
like
that, but
English in 9th grade, so no hard feelings.
I'm sure Lexi will be happy to hear that.
Yeah.
Alright. So what do you think about Owen Haight?
I don't know who that is. No, I can't say anything. I don't know who he is.
Does he go to our school?
I don't know. So I got a question for you, Diego.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen BLS TV?
No, what's BLSTV?
It's the greatest show, the greatest high school news show that there ever was.
Really?
Yeah, you're missing out, man.
How do I watch it?
Just log on to YouTube, type in BLS TV, you'll be there.
Oh, it's amazing.
Have you ever seen Talking BLSTV?
No. Not at all.
That's a shame. That is a crying shame, Diego.
What's the difference between Talking BLSTV
Not my treasure.
Oh.
So, strange man, what are your thoughts on BLSTV?
Never heard of it.
What are your thoughts on Talking BLSTV?
It's the greatest contributor to our society since sliced bread. Never in the entire history of man has such an ingenious idea been conceived, nay, thought of or burned. The fire is burning. I'm gonna die.
And we're back! Welcome back, everyone. I feel like I should clarify for legal reasons. Cock on the block is a play on words. It's like the saying cock of the walk, except Daniel's on the block. Nothing inappropriate in there, although I'm sure you never assumed anything. Okay, now we've got a hell of a panel, and I've so many questions that I bet we're not even done with. What do you think, Anthony? Indeed. Now, you boys have any other questions?
Oh, I got one. Lexi, I apologize to bring this up again, but I hear that, well, I saw from the last episode of BLSTV that you've been replaced by someone clearly far superior in every aspect. Wei Tao. How does
Let's
that-
give it up for Wei Tao!
We tried to get Wade Towel on the show, but he was too busy.
You were our second choice.
Oh.
Sorry.
Actually, we tried to get Jack Charles too, but he had a film class. Like some kind of future successful filmmaker. What a friggin' nerd.
What a little pansy.
What a nerd.
So that makes you our third choice. And how does that make you feel as well, in addition to being ousted by the great one Wade Tao?
Wade Tao. Well, I'm not permanently gone. It was just that week. But anyways, Way is awesome. He does some, like,
Ooh,
lifting
throwing
things.
shade.
Yeah.
Am I sensing a beef here?
Some tofu, I'm vegetarian.
Ooh. Sensible, sensible.
Yeah. He does some like lifting thing, but I think I could do it better. But anyways, no, he's great. But I'll be back.
You hear that, Wade Tao? She's calling you out! Woo! Monday, at the arena. Be there. Stampede! Ah!
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy.
It doesn't matter if you're slapping, we're gonna cut
Here's my
back.
number, so call me maybe. And all the other boys trying to chase me, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Okay. Now, if I may, I wrote a little slam poetry about the latest episode of BLS TV and how it made me feel. So if I may just open it up here, I was writing it, I took a picture of it, I was writing it, it just hit me while I was having breakfast yesterday because it was a snow day. It just hit me that I had this beautiful idea for a poem. So if I may, here I go. Eggs with a side of bacon, $2.99. Rye toast, well buttered, $1.99. Large cranberry juice, 99 cents. I'm sorry, this is that was my order from breakfast. My waitress and I must have got the cards mixed up, but I'll tell you what, my waitress has my slam poetry, and she knows it's good. Take it away, Tony! You know any good songs on there, Tony? I mean, other than the ones you've been playing, obviously.
Tony, what's your favorite song?
God, that got me pumped.
Oh, that's been broken. It's good.
Now, Chris and David, through various points throughout the show, seem to have going like a Hunchback of Notre Dame and a Lawrence of Arabia type thing going, which is a great idea for a spin-off movie. Call me Hollywood. So if I may, do you guys have any final questions since we're nearing the end of our program?
Oh, just a simple one. Do you believe in God?
For me,
Yes.
God is what makes BLS TV exist. So yes.
Okay, I'd like to give a quick shout out to God.
Yeah!
That guy's really underrated. We missed you, big guy. Where are you hiding? Which is what leads me to announce this. Ladies and gentlemen, Talking BLS TV has financed a search for the Holy Grail. We're hitting the deserts of South Arabia, and we're gonna find it. Now, if I may ask you just one more question, Lexi. Are we living in the real world?
No.
Good answer. That's enough applause, we're done. Okay, well, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we come to that time during every episode of BLS TV where we must close it off. So, I'd like for our dear friend Yanni Katsaris, first of all, to update us on the current economic status in Greece. Yanni?
Get out of here, Yanni!
Get out of here, you wily son of a gun, you! Yanni, how are things looking?
Not very good at all. Not very good at all, actually.
Play something for us, Anthony.
Want me to elaborate?
I mean, no, you're good.
Oh.
Ever you knew the Greek national anthem?
I thought that was Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Keep in mind, none of us know the Greek national anthem, so if you just play something random, we'll probably think it is. Hands on your heart. Episode of BLS TV. So I'd like to thank our special guest, Lexy, of course.
Yeah!
Stop clapping, we'll clap at the end! Christopher Dew for not only doing his segment, but for gracing us with his presence here today. Seriously, let me get through the rest of the people. Daniel, for his segment and for his presence here today. Stop! And of course, David for getting bailed out of prison to be with us here today.
Well, I have to go straight back after this.
Well, I'm sure you do. The corrections officer's standing right there. He doesn't look happy. You don't have to film it, I'm lying. Anthony, thank you for your beautiful music. And Yanni, thank you for your concise description. Of course, thank you to our studio audience. You're all the real heroes. Woo! Play us out, Anthony! Close out like we're going out Jim's face. That went well.
Chris Dew went on to star in an all-male remake of the all-female remake of Ghostbusters. It was a critical and financial disaster. His career never recovered. Daniel Wilk was nominated for the position of Secretary of the Interior by Donald Trump. He underwent a swift approval hearing and is currently serving the president. David Anderson was released from prison soon after the filming of this episode. He was released back to his home in Hoboken, New Jersey. Here he released his memoirs, which were on the New York Times bestseller list for 5 weeks straight. Soon after, however, it was revealed that the book was just a copy-paste of the Wikipedia article for the animated film The Croods. He was then sued and promptly returned to prison. Lexy, inspired by her interview, spent 6 years on an eat, pray, love esque journey to find herself. She now solves crimes with a talking dog named Larry. Owen robbed a plane days after the filming of this episode, jumping out of it after making off with the money. He is wanted by the FBI and is still missing, presumed dead.